Hello viewers, this Not Too Fast here. In today's video, I'll be reviewing a very innovative car dash camera. This one here is made by the company AKEEYO. It's a 3-channel dash cam with 2 cameras facing the front and 1 camera for the rear. Now the reason there are 2 front cameras is because one is a wide angle camera that you normally see in most dash cams, and the second front facing camera is a telephoto camera. It's able to zoom in and capture details like license plate numbers or other important details that a regular wide-angle lens might not be able to. Now besides having the 3 cameras, this dashcam also has ADAS, which is the Advanced Driver Assistance Systems. Using the onboard cameras and AI, this dashcam will give you real-time driver assistance warning. You'll get alerts for blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, pedestrian crossing, rear collision warning, and front collision warning. In this video, I'll go over all the features on this dashcam. We'll take a look at the daytime and nighttime recording, and I'll also show you how the ADAS warning system works. There are lots to cover, so let's get started. Let me show you the unboxing of this AKEEYO Eyes Bionic AI Dashcam. Right here is a box for the front dashcam. Let's first open this box with the front dashcam. Right here is a clear film you can install onto the windshield, and then you install dashcam on top of this film. This will allow for easy removal later on. And right here is the AKEEYO Eyes. Plastic pry tool, USB-C power cable, USB-C data cable for connecting to the computer, double-sided tape, windshield mounts, installation screws, another double-sided tape, cigarette lighter power adapter. In this box is the rear camera. Right here is the rear camera cable. Now when you buy this dashcam, they do include a 64GB microSD memory card. Let's have a closer look at this AKEEYO Eyes AI Dashcam. Now looking at the front, you'll notice there are 2 cameras here. The reason AKEEYO placed 2 cameras for the front is because this one here on the left is a telephoto camera, and this one here on the right is a wide angle camera. Now this telephoto camera has a viewing angle of 41 degrees, and this will allow you to zoom in and see license plate numbers and road signs. This wide angle lens here has a viewing angle of 135 degrees. Now both cameras record in 2K resolution. This wide angle lens uses a Sony Starvis 2 IMX335 image sensor, and this telephoto camera uses a Sony Starvis 2 IMX675 image sensor. Looking at the bottom, there are some vents for ventilation. In the middle, this is where you install the microSD memory card. Now the top, this is a windshield mount, and right here is a USB-C connector for connecting the power cable. With this windshield mount, you can adjust the angle. Now if you find the front of this dash cam to be too close to the windshield, you can remove this plate here and install this other one that comes with this dash cam, and this will give you an offset so you have more space in front of the windshield. At the top here, this is where you connect the rear camera cable. On this side, you have the emergency lock button to lock the video clip. Right here is a function button. Looking at the back, right here is a 3.99-inch IPS LCD touchscreen. So let's go ahead and install this microSD memory card. To power the dashcam, right here is the power cable. Connect the end with the USB-C connector to the top of the dashcam, and then connect this USB-A connector to the cigarette lighter power adapter. Now there's an extra port here you can use to charge your mobile device. With this dashcam, if you want to use the parking mode function, you'll need to install the hardware kit that you see right here. Now let me show you what comes with this hardware kit. On this hardware kit, you have the input cable and the output cable. The output cable has a USB-C connector that you plug into the dashcam to power the dashcam. On the input side, you have 3 wires here. You have the yellow, red, and black. The yellow wire needs to be connected to ignition 12 volt in your fuse box. Red wire needs to connect to constant 12 volt in your fuse box, and the black wire will need to connect to the chassis ground in your vehicle. After connecting these 3 wires, when you turn on and off the ignition, the dashcam will know when to go into parking mode recording. And to prevent the car battery from draining so low that you can't start your car, this box here is a voltage protection circuit. At the bottom here, there is a switch that you can set the cutoff voltage. At the far right position, the cutoff voltage is 12.4 volt. If I slide this all the way to the left, the cutoff voltage is 11.8 volt, meaning when you use a parking mode function, the dashcam will get power from the car battery. Once it drops to 11.8 volt, then this box will cut off the voltage to the dashcam and prevent the car battery from draining further. Right here is a rear camera. The resolution on this camera is also 2K resolution, and the viewing angle of this camera lens is 154 degrees. This rear camera uses a Sony IMX335 image sensor. Now this rear camera is waterproof, so you can install this inside the vehicle or outside. To install this on the back, right here is a mounting bracket. Now you notice this one has 2 screws here. Using the included screws, you can mount this directly onto a panel. Now if you want to stick this onto the back window, it also comes with this other mounting bracket. Simply slide this on, remove the backing on this double-sided tape, and then stick this directly onto the back window. After you install this, you can adjust the angle by rotating this. To connect the rear camera to the dash cam, you need this long rear camera cable. On this cable coming out of the rear camera, you have this USB-C connector. What you want to do is connect this to this USB-C female connector. On the other end of this cable, you have this USB-C male connector. What you want to do is connect this to the rear camera connector at the top of the dash cam. Now you'll notice on this rear camera cable, there is this purple wire right here. If you want, you can connect this to the backup light on your vehicle, so when you put the car in reverse, the LCD display on the dash cam will switch to a backup view. Let's power this on.
Hello, AKEEYO.
Select English. Now you set the day and time. After you set the day and time, you'll need to format the microSD memory card. Select this icon right here. Select Settings. System Settings. Scroll down. Select Format. OK. Let's go back.
Start recording.
So right now you're looking at the live view of the cameras. At the top right hand corner is the live view of the rear camera. I'll wave my hand above the rear camera. Now remember, this dashcam has 2 front cameras. One is a wide angle lens, the other one's a telephoto lens. If I put my finger in front of the wide angle lens right here, you see the main screen is showing the wide angle lens. And if I put my finger in front of the other camera lens, there's a telephoto lens, and you can see it over here at the top left hand corner. Now if I swipe right, it'll swap the picture-in-picture view. Right here is the rear camera view. This main screen is showing you the telephoto camera, and this screen at the top is showing you the wide angle camera. I'll swipe again. Swipe again. There's a live view for the wide angle camera. And we're back to the original view. At the top you have day and time. This flashing red dot tells you it's recording right now. Also, when the dashcam is recording, you see a flashing red LED at the bottom here. If you want to stop the recording, press this icon right here. Now the recording is stopped. Press it again to start the recording. There are several icons at the top right here. The first one here is the front AI camera. Next one is the rear AI camera. This next icon tells you this dashcam has a front and rear camera. And there's a microphone icon, GPS icon, and the Wi-Fi icon. At the bottom right hand corner, you have a speed. So while you're driving, this will show you the speed you're traveling at. Now let's go into the settings. Here you can mute the microphone. You can also turn off the speaker. You can turn on and off the Wi-Fi. You can also turn on and off the AI function of the front camera and the rear camera. Right here is a playback button. In playback, you can select event recording, normal recording, or photo. So right here you have the front camera 1, front camera 2, and the rear camera. And these are the recordings on the dashcam.
Start recording.
And right here is the settings icon. Let's go into recording settings. The wide angle camera is set to 2K resolution. Telephoto camera is set to 2K resolution. Rear camera is also 2K resolution. Now by default, the wide dynamic range is enabled. HDR is enabled. Auto record is enabled. Loop recording is set to 1 minute. If you want, you change this to 3 minutes or 5 minutes. Collision sensitivity by default is set to medium. You can set this to off, low, medium, or high. Exposure compensation, you can increase or decrease the exposure. The microphone is on. Day stamp, GPS stamp, and personalized stamp is on. The parking monitor by default is off. If you install the hardwire kit, then you can turn on the parking mode and use the built-in parking mode feature. System settings. The Wi-Fi is using 5 GHz. Power on sound is on. Touchscreen sound is on. Language setting is set to English. Speed unit by default set to kilometers per hour. I'll change this to miles per hour. Frequency is 60 Hz. Screen brightness. Here you can manually adjust the brightness of the screen, or you can enable automatic brightness adjustment. Right here you can set the day and time, time zone, and the date formats. Now there's also a formatting reminder. Now with this dashcam, they do recommend you format the microSD memory card periodically. Default setting will set the dashcam back to factory default. Version number. This will show you the software version of the dashcam. AI settings. Front AI. So here are all the different ADAS warning system. Front car starting, collision warning, pedestrian crossing, and lane departure. By default, these are all enabled. Front AI correction. Here you can have the dashcam automatically calibrate the ADAS system. AI sensitivity by default set to medium. You can set it for low or high. Rear camera AI. Now for the rear camera AI, you have blind spot assist and the rear collision warning. By default, these are enabled. You also have the rear camera AI correction to calibrate the system. Fatigue driving reminder is off. If you want, you can enable this for 1 hour, 2 hour, or 4 hour reminder. So after you drive for a period of time, the dashcam will remind you to take a break. ADAS sound. By default set to medium. You can set it for off, low, medium, or high. The blind spot detection sound. By default set to low. You can set it for off, low, medium, or high.
Start recording.
To connect the mobile app to the dashcam, you first need to install the AKEEYO app. You can find this in Google Play Store or Apple App Store. On the dashcam, select the menu button here. Here you see the blue Wi-Fi icon is on. Now go into Settings. Go to System Settings, Wi-Fi. And here you see the current frequency is 5 GHz. Right here is the SSID. And the password is 12345678. If this is your first time using the app, register for an account. After you log in, select Add Camera. Now make sure your phone's Wi-Fi is turned on. Select the SSID, AKEEYO EYES. The password is 12345678. Now the dashcam is connected. You can see right here is the live view of the dashcam. You can pause the recording. You can also take a snapshot. Let's go into camera settings. Right here are all the settings you saw earlier on the dashcam. So you can change the settings using the app.
Start recording.
Now let's take this to the vehicle, get it installed. We'll check out some of the ADAS function and also take a look at the daytime and nighttime recording video. To install the dashcam, remove the backing on double-sided tape and then stick this directly on the windshield. Now you can also install that clear film that came with the dashcam, put that on the windshield, and then stick this onto that clear film. That'll help with easy removal later on. For this install, I'll be powering up this dashcam with the cigarette lighter power cable. If you want to use a parking mode function, you do need to install the hardwire kit. With this cigarette lighter power cable, I'll connect the USB-C connector into the top of this dashcam. Next, I'll connect the rear camera cable. Plug this connector into the rear camera connector on top of the dashcam. Next, run both of these cables up to the headliner and over to the A-pillar. With the power cable, run it down to your center console where you have your 12-volt cigarette lighter power plug. With the rear camera cable, run it all the way to the back of your vehicle. Plug the cigarette lighter power plug into your 12-volt accessory port. Here I ran the rear camera cable all the way to the back of the vehicle. I'm going to tuck the cable underneath this weather stripping all the way to the middle. I'll mount this rear camera on my back window. Now this camera is waterproof, so if you want, you can install this outside the vehicle. With this install, I'm going to remove the backing on double-sided tape and then stick this directly onto my back window. Connect the rear camera to the rear camera cable. You can tuck this connector and any extra cables behind the headliner. On my back hatch right here is the backup light bulb. I'll use a T-tap to connect the purple wire from the rear camera cable to the positive wire of this backup light. So each time I put the car in reverse, the LCD display will show me the parking guideline. Next, I'll plug this into the T-tap. And now that purple wire is connected to my backup light. With everything wired up, I'll turn on the ignition. The dash cam will power on and begin recording all 3 cameras.
Hello? AKEEYO.
Right now you're looking at a live view of the front camera here. There's a rear camera, and there's a telephoto camera. The flashing red dot here and the flashing LED tells you the dash cam is recording right now. Now if I swipe over to the right, the main screen is showing you the front telephoto camera. There's a wide angle front camera, and right here is a rear camera. Swipe again. The main screen is now showing you the rear camera. Now you're looking at the wide angle front camera. There's a telephoto front camera. There's a rear camera. Now we're back to the first view. Now if you want to stop the recording, press the record button right here. Press it again to start recording. Now at any time while you're driving, if you see something happening on the road and you want to lock this current video recording, press the record button on the side here. Now you see this lock icon at the top. This tells you this recording is now locked and saved. You can replay it back later on. Now if you press the function button on the right side here, it'll turn off the live view of the LCD screen. The only thing that's shown on the display is the compass bearing and the speed you're traveling at. Press it again to turn the live view back on. Now looking at the icons at the top right here, you have the front camera and the rear camera. With the alphabet AI, that tells you the ADAS safety warning system for both cameras are enabled right now. Now if you want to turn off the warning system for the front camera or the rear camera, you can do that in the settings. So right here is the AI for the front camera, and this is the AI for the rear camera. If you tap this button here, you can do the same thing for the rear camera. To turn it back on, just press the button again. Now if you go into settings, go into AI settings, go into front AI. Now you can enable or disable each specific warning system. You can also change the AI sensitivity. So by default it's medium, you can set it for low or high. Now since I connected the purple wire to my backup light when I put the car in reverse, the LCD display will switch to the backup view along with the parking guidelines. Right now you're looking at the rear camera view with the parking guidelines. I'll put it back in the park and I'll switch back to the regular view. So let's connect the AKEEYO app to the dashcam, and I'll show you how to play back the recorded videos and download it to your phone. On the dashcam, press this icon to turn on the Wi-Fi. On the app, select Connect. In the Wi-Fi settings, select AKEEYO EYES. Now the app is connected to the dashcam. To look at the recorded video, select the camera file at the bottom. And here's a list of all the recordings from the dashcam. So with these recordings, you have the telephoto camera, wide angle camera, and the rear camera. If you want to play back one of the videos, select it. And now we'll play back the recorded video. If you turn the phone, hit go to full screen mode. Now if you want to download the recorded video, select the download button at the bottom here. Now this file is being downloaded to your phone. Now on this page at the top, you also have folders for snapshot recording, lock recording, and parking mode recording. Now if you want to toggle the live view here, select this small icon here on the left. There's a telephoto camera. Press it again. There's a rear camera. Press it once more. Now we're back to the wide angle camera. And this is how you use this app to look at the recorded videos and download it to your phone. This AKEEYO EYES dashcam uses artificial intelligence to analyze data from the front and rear cameras, giving you advanced driver warning alerts. Let me show you some examples of the alerts you get with the front camera and the rear camera.
Front car starting. Watch out for the front car. Lane departure. Front car starting.
As I mentioned earlier in the video, this dashcam has 2 front-facing cameras. One has a wide-angle lens and the other one has a telephoto lens. Most dashcams on the market only has a single wide-angle lens. The main benefit of a wide-angle lens is it can capture a larger field of view in front of you. But when it comes to reading license plate numbers in front of you, it's only good if the vehicle is immediately in front of you. If the vehicle is further out in front of you, a wide-angle lens is typically not very good at reading license plate numbers. With the telephoto camera on this dashcam, it is able to capture the details that's further out in front of you. And in this video you're looking at, the top video is the telephoto camera, and the bottom video is the wide-angle camera. The black SUV you see in this video is about 35 feet away from where my car is parked. Only the telephoto camera is able to read the license plate on this SUV. Definitely this is a great feature to have on a dashcam. So I've been using this dashcam for several weeks now, and overall I really like the performance of this. The video recording is very good. It captures a lot of details, both daytime and nighttime. With a telephoto front-facing camera, you'll be assured that all important details are captured. Now when it comes to the ADAS warning system, I was quite impressed with how well it worked. The system is able to give you plenty of warning for things happening around your vehicle. I also like the fact that you can go into the settings and individually turn off any warning you don't want. This way it can be customized for each individual driver. Now I do want to mention with the blind spot monitoring, it can alert you quite often if you're driving in heavy traffic where there's cars left and right of you. Also, because this dashcam is not tied to your car's vehicle computer, if you're using your signal to change lane, the dashcam will still think you're drifting out of your lane and give you a lane departure warning. Now if you want to learn more about it and where to buy it, I'll include the link in the video description below. As always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching this video. To support this channel, remember to click on thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so you get notified of new videos.